Welcome to another edition of Chillin' with Zone and Company. I'm Phil Zone. Y'all can call me Zone. And we got
What's up, y'all? Slim in the building again, aka Daddies. Nancy, stop playing.
and
What's up? It's Taj. You gotta go by, Hitman Kyrie's three different names at least, but it's Taj. How y'all doing?
we're gonna have a decent episode, I'm assuming, today. Uh we had to roll this up. Uh Thad was just talking about something about simplicity of men, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, like basically, niggas, like as a dude, right? Like it's very easy to make us happy, type shit. Very simple shit. Like I'm gonna give you the prime example. Like my inner child came out hard today. Didn't even realize the motherfucker. Well, I didn't know he was kicking that strong, son. I'm talking to Tenet. No, she's more like an aunt. She's been here for mad long. Um, so I'm chopping up with her. I'm ordering Starbucks. So got the shit and whatnot. Give her a drink. She's like, "Oh, would you like a straw? Cause niggas fucked my shit up. Caramel at the bottom. Got the motherfucking whipped cream at the bottom. Shit didn't make no sense to me. Anyway, I had no straw to mix my shit up. So she gave me a straw. She gave me two. Nigga, she gave me two bendy straws, nigga. Do you know how excited I was for bendy straws?
You hear me, Thad?
Boy.
Your mic is a little glitchy. I'm sorry. It sounds like
Oh, hold up.
Bendy straws. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Bendy straws, inner kid of me comes out too a little bit when I see a bendy straw. When y'all were growing up, did y'all ever with a bendy straw put
Yo,
in milk and blow bubbles in that bitch? That shit was fun. I was not the only one that did
yeah,
that.
nigga, strictly
that when I was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
You cutting out that?
Oh, what the fuck is going on with this microphone?
Was that the only men thing that you inner kid some impulse? No. Yeah.
God damn. There we
I
go.
think I think
I'm plugging this mic, trying to find out what the fuck is acting up right now. About to throw this controller. That's what I feel like it is. Nah,
Thad, you saying you got excited because you got bendy straws.
yeah, nigga, like that shit excited me, bro. Like,
Right.
what's some simple shit? What's some simple shit that you can receive that you be like, yo, this shit just made my day, bro. This shit just made me feel dope as fuck. Like, good looking. You really thought about me, and you didn't even realize this is some shit that I really enjoy. Like,
Food.
something low key that you wouldn't. Nah. That's
No, man.
obvious. That's obvious. That's
It's
obvious.
almost
Something low
screaming from
key.
out. It's
Food.
It's food, nigga.
it
No,
ain't just
nigga.
food. That's a
Yeah,
secondary. He's being polite.
that's yeah. Nah, like yeah. Nah, that's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
don't know.
Nah, but it's
I'm a
definitely.
simple creature, bro. Like I wake up, spend time with the kids, eat, have my little alone time, game. That's all I really need. Peace and quiet. I just need my peace from time to time so I don't snap. But I'm a simple creature. I don't need much.
Yeah.
Most of us. It depends on what situation is.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, I don't require much.
like, all right, for me, right? I purposely, like, I consider myself a hermit at this point. Not even going front. I know I don't mind it, cause outside is expensive, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Outside costs way too much fucking money for no damn reason. I blew $200 yesterday on absolutely nothing, bro. I don't even know what the fuck it went.
It's like,
I'm just outside working, nigga. I was
Somebody
at
needs a
work.
financial planner, advisor to
That's
help him.
that's a fact. That's a fact too. But I'm like, yo, like, I still took care of my bills and all that other shit. But I'm here, nigga. What's up? I'm outside. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying life right now. I've looked. I'm like, how the fuck did I? You know what? This is why I don't go out. This is why I don't go outside because I have a problem with spending. So I
Nah,
buy
it's not
all the
your
shit that I
problem.
want
It's
to
not your
enjoy in the
problem.
house.
It's the way that the world is these days, especially in the states. Like everything is just inflated and everything just costs so much money. I mean, like just the thought of going out, you start thinking like, oh shit, I gotta put gas in the car. I gotta go get this. I gotta buy this. You can't even go like with chicken, like a little thing of chicken is like almost $12, $15 now. I was like, damn, like the prices
Yeah.
skyrocket overnight.
Hell yeah.
It's 100% true. He's just talking about this room. Because, I mean, if you notice, we're not. It's, bro, we haven't, like, remember we used to go to the supermarket and you can get a lot for $100. You can get a good amount of food for just $100. Like, remember when your parents as kids, when you go to the supermarket, the price it's like the freaking shopping cart would be so full for $200 or $300. It was like overflowing. Now that bro. You spend $100, you getting like 8 items.
Bro,
Yeah.
It's out of
y'all were
pocket.
little, did y'all have a the candy store, or not the candy store, like the grocery stores? Remember? And they had like the little candy spot, and you can go and get like a little handful of candy, put them in bags. They don't do that shit no more.
Use some 50 cents a quarter.
Yeah, bag of chips. Remember when bag of chips used to be like
Yo.
25 cents a bag?
Yeah.
Now they're like 50
Nigga,
cents a bag for the quarter.
them
You see
same
like
candy-
the
Yeah,
fuck?
$1.25. Yeah, bro.
So them same candies was like fucking the little box of candies and shit.
Mhm.
5 cents a piece. You get a bunch of them bitches. And yo, when you had
Nerds.
a dollar went a long way. When 93, I was born, son. I was outside in 98, going to the store. All right, 5, nigga. No bullshit. I was getting a gang of shit for $1. You had $5. You had lunch to be outside for a day, and niggas was mad at you because you had
Shit.
like you could get some shit. You get a beef patty. You get a fucking bag of chips. You get you a little quart of water or the little quart of juice type shit, or you get the big burst. This is before niggas knew about it being sperm killer, but you get you a big burst type shit. You get some candy. You get you a honey bun, nigga. That was like $2 right there.
Even that, man,
crazy.
like fast food.
$3.
I was about to
shit, like,
$3. I'm
laugh.
lying.
McDonald's and shit was super cheap then too. Look at the prices from when they
Yo.
first popped off. It was like you can get feed the whole family for like under $10. Now you look like $40 or more.
It's $10 for yourself. All right. They got rid of the dollar menu, I believe. First off, I stopped eating McDonald's. I think when they got rid of the dollar menu.
I don't
Like,
think
that's when
got
they
rid of
changed
the
everything.
dollar
No, they still
Nah,
got
nah,
it. But
nah,
it's not
nah,
a
nah,
dollar.
nah.
It was
They
like
still got it. It's not a
$1.29.
Nah, it was a dollar menu, bro. I'm talking about when they had the dollar menu. Like,
No,
the
yeah,
shit
they
was
don't-
I
legit.
agree.
Everything up that
Dollar
bitch was a
menu.
dollar.
I agree. I'm just
That's
telling you,
what I
like
did.
now, that's why I said
They stopped.
inflation.
Mhm.
We say what we want at the end of the day, but inflation, it was never for the people. So that's why it's like usually it typically happens around war times. It typically happens around when there's what do you call it? Word,
Conflict.
but no, it just be it could be
Depression,
conflict in that too,
recession.
but recession, yeah, things like that, like recession for us is the worst thing before a millionaire. It's like the best thing that could happen. And it sounds like backwards because that's when they can come in and buy a property. That's when they can come in and buy things. It's almost like like a pair of sneakers, pretty much. Like when the first time it comes out, it's worth this much, but when a season happens, the price drops. So they, millionaires and entrepreneurs, they love recessions because it's like it's the reset of the market. It's like stocks. You know what I'm talking about, Zone.
Yeah.
It's like for them, it's like get in. So
I'm watching
it's,
them right
it's,
now.
it's
My shit's looking nice.
yeah, it depends on what party you're a part of, and it's like for us, this ain't for us. Like so, you can complain all you want.
It's for the wealthy. It's
Yeah, it's really for the wealthy.
I mean, it's like it's one thing I learned when I was getting my major, my degree, in accounting. You pay attention to the wealthy people when recession, depression hits, all that. You pay attention to wealthy people and you invest like they do. A lot of people they panic and they sell, they let go of everything. But
Yeah,
what are the wealthy people doing? They're watching, they're waiting. They're not selling, they're buying. Why? Because you're selling it to make money, and at the same time you're selling to make money, they're about to buy what you just sold at a much lower rate and increase their profit value, their
flip it.
ownership of whatever they're buying, and they're going to hold on to it because, like all recessions and depressions, things come and go, and once it leaves, things are booming again. It's like cryptocurrency. A lot of people sold off a lot of cryptocurrency when we had that big spike, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's not going to go nowhere." And now cryptocurrency again, things are being passed and moved around, and cryptocurrency is booming. And I'm sitting back like smiling because I didn't budge. I was tempted a couple of times. I mean, I had over 500,000 in one of my wallets, and I was very tempted to sell, but I only put $28 into how I invested. So I mean, from $28 to making a shit ton of money, like even right now, I'm still sitting at we're going up. I think I'm at like 40 grand of profit. And I'm just sitting on it. Why? Because there's no reason for me to sell it at this moment. If I can sit on it a little bit longer, it's going to look good. Um,
I think what you're following is the you already messed up with Bitcoin.
who me
So it's
messing with
like
Bitcoin?
no, I'm saying like as a generation.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I think what you're following as a generation, we missed that train. But it's not like
I
we were also aware of it. 100%.
I
I
was
mean, at
aware
least
of
I
it.
wasn't.
I was aware of it
Yeah.
when it happened. Back when they first started, I had actually had a buddy of mine from school who was talking about it, and I was paying attention. And when Bitcoin skyrocketed, he cashed out and he disappeared. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't even know where I can find this kid at anymore. Like I even try to look him up on Facebook just to see how he was doing and whatnot. Nah, he's like
That
completely
nigga
off the
said
fucking
fuck
grid.
social
Like,
media.
and I respect
Yeah,
that.
no.
I mean, I had a couple of my buddies who went into the real estate market and they're doing extremely well for them in Illinois. Like, they went from flipping houses to having their own financial company. I mean, it's just your drive and motivation for it and just staying with it. Like, you're gonna have those moments where it's gonna look bad, but you also gotta
It's not
remember
just
those things rotate. It's only going to be bad for a little bit, then it's going to skyrocket, and you put yourself in a position to when it starts to look bad again, you don't have nothing to worry about because you've already laid that foundation and you know what the struggle is going to be like. And that next struggle is not really going to be a struggle to you. You're just going to just shrug it off. Um,
I don't even think it's just also not just driver motivation, but like people are operating. So, because if we really gonna get into the subject, it goes deeper than than anything. Which pretty much people that'll get it, they'll get it, and people that there's some people. That's why I say I think we had the conversation before. We talk about ignorance is bliss for some people, and they're okay with that. And it says there's nothing to say about them, but you know, um, Rockefeller. I forgot his first name. The dude Rockefeller. He's responsible even for the um the education, the curricula, like why it is the way it is. It's not like he's not training people to be entrepreneurs or to own their own stuff. He needs workers, and he said that outright before. Is I don't need a nation of thinkers. I need a nation of workers. So you're gonna have the vast majority of people. I don't think they're operating from what's it called, survival instinct, whereas they need something to keep their head above water, need something to be consistent, and whatever the case may be. Where and being an entrepreneur, even walking into that section, it's a risk, regardless. I mean, life is a risk. Everything that you do is just which risk are you willing to pick, and choose. And the risks that are more guaranteed, most of the time, don't have the biggest payouts. So that's just the laws of it. So some people, I think it's also financial literacy, because now we're in a different age. Like it's not how it was back then, but we have our generation coming from the '90s and the '80s, and people that are still around that time. They're still operating with the work mindset, and it's like there's 10 million different ways to make money out here now. It's different. Like we got kids that are billionaires before we are
yeah.
doing dumb stuff. It doesn't even mean that they're stupid. It's just they know what the masses pay attention to.
Yeah, they're using what they
So
know to make a
yeah,
difference. I saw an interview that was done with some Marines, and they were talking about you know school is not like it used to be anymore. Not
nope.
everybody wants to go off to college and do their own thing. School used to help you kind of prepare you a little bit for the real world. Not too much, but just a little bit, kind of give you head on the shoulder with kind of what was going on. You had the economic class and whatnot. I don't even think they even do the home ec classes or like woodshop classes like they used to do in schools back in the day. I experienced that stuff. I thought those classes were great, but the since COVID, right? A lot of kids have gotten to that mindset. don't do anything, become lazy. You know, you're always gonna have someone do it for you. They don't put like for studying for school, they don't put that effort into studying anymore to better themselves, to educate themselves to what's next. Because I'll put it off, I'll do it later because there's so much else going on. I'll wait. And now that COVID's kind of like, you know, an everyday code type thing, those same kids that are, you know, growing up, they're like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to pay my own bill. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Well, maybe you should have paid a little bit more attention during COVID when you had that time to be in the house and be able to study and pay attention to your stuff. You should have focused on that just a little bit more and be prepared for life. A lot of them don't do that because of social media. Hey, I can be famous just doing TikTok. I can be famous just doing Instagram. That's true. There are some that can do that, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody has what it takes to be that you know, that just turns people's head and like, oh shit, this person's doing something cool, got tons of views and tons of likes, they're making tons of money. I can do the same thing. You can't do it. Unfortunately, they probably crafted. They've been doing it. They researched. You know, they've networked. They researched some stuff. They saw what was hot, what was not, and they'll put
Mhm.
themselves in that position so they can be great. You just coming off the block and like, oh, I see someone else doing this TikTok thing. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna become sensational just like they do.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, oh, this is miserable. I'm depressed, and I'm not. This such and such is doing this. Yeah, but how long were they doing it before then? They were probably doing that shit for a long ass time. It just so happened that people had nothing but time on their hands during COVID or whatnot, where they were looking at their devices more, watching things, where they got that, you know, startup. There was a lot of people instant famous, TikTok famous that became booming through COVID, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Nah, it was right time at the right place at the right time. And I mean, also at the same time, like I said, the natural human tendency of our brains is to look at the instant gratification of what's happened. So people are they're more tuned to when they look at somebody who's successful. Their brain, the first thing it does is negate all the possible work it took this person to even get where they are, right? Because no matter what you do, you can say overnight this, overnight that, but if you ain't put no real work into it, if you ain't put no time into it, or anything like like then don't expect nothing. Don't expect it to be a big thing or whatever, because you're not even gonna be able to have what it takes to sustain it. So unless that type of blood, sweat, and tears was like really put into it, like I was going to say, human tendency is to look at the immediate ending of what they got and forget about the work all in between. That's where all the real work is done, is in the dark. It's not even what people see. It's what I do after these cameras go off. Is what I do after this stuff goes off. What's my daily regimen? My consistency? Like, what do I do consistently day in and day out? And after a while, you're either gonna get good at that, regardless of what you're doing. It's the consistency. It's not even the talent. So people look at other people like Kai Cenat as an example. The dude was streaming for years, bro. Nobody knew who he was for a while when he started.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even he said I was just consistent. Like, even on times when nothing, like, he stuck with it. When it seemed like nothing was working or whatever the case may be, he just stuck with it, and that's what sets you apart from the masses, is the consistency factor. So people look at it today and like, I can't do it, and it's like, well, if you think you can't, you probably can't.
Yeah.
That's 100% based upon you. But what's the difference between you and this man? Nothing. He's just more consistent than you. There's really nothing. Like, you can, and so that's why I look at it like that. But I look at when you talk to people about that in the sense of just the whole entrepreneurship thing. You have to have a certain mindset that I could say most times can't be taught, and it's not something that it has to be within you to want to do something regardless of what's going on around you. And
Yeah.
it's tough. Yes, when you get better environments, you get better equipment. Yeah, but people work up to that. So that's why sometimes now when I look at people, me personally, I don't look at what they have right away and be like, okay, and because our brain will literally go, well, if I do this, I can get there fast. You forget all the work in between, like I said. But that's the important stuff. So now when I look at them, I'm just like I'll actually go back, like, when did this person start? Look them up. When did this person start? They started like 2001. 2002, whatever time period, and it's like, bro, that's a big gap of 15 years of work that kid put in. That now makes this seem easy, but that's the regular class of people don't they're not trained or it's not instilled too.
No, they just
So
see
you can
someone
say,
come out of nowhere and wondering
yeah,
how they got there real quick, and they look for that cheat code. Let me find that cheat sheet to see how I can get there just like
instant
they did as
gratification,
quickly.
yeah,
It's like, no,
yeah,
you
nowhere.
can't.
And why do they want to do it like that? Because it's the survival mode. I gotta feed my family now. I gotta feed, I gotta do this now. I gotta do this. It's like, bro, but nothing that was ever worth anything ever just came to you now. Like, I don't care what you do. And then the other notion is that, especially even for the African American demographic itself, is yo, like everybody got to either be an athlete or a rapper. Like that lane is so saturated. It's so saturated that it's overran
You know
at
what?
this
Well,
point.
the point of that being they did that purposely for the intention of only seeing two ways to get out. But there's a lot of
Yeah,
people who stuck in that what would you call it? The horse blinders kind of situation. They can't see other
Tunnel vision.
instant other
bottlenecking.
ways out.
Yeah.
They're completely bottlenecked. It's a thing of, okay, well, the only way I could get out the hood is if I rap, if I make music, I sell drugs, I play sports. Like this,
Mm.
it's stupid as shit. It's all
But
stupid shit. Like, and then
here's
the
what I
fact,
don't want to.
here's the real problem though. The real problem is that, which I'm starting to see less of. I'm starting to see there being more like encouragement towards it. But the fact of it being a issue with you being a black kid and other black kids are shunning you or talking shit about you or trying to, there's kids that get bullied and shit like that because they're intelligent, because they decide to look towards their education on other means of enjoyment outside of the stereotypical norms. And it's like niggas you get called all kinds. I remember growing up, nigga, I was just different. I was chilling. I used to sit outside. I was into rocking snapbacks and skateboarding and skinny jeans and all this. I was called white boy. I was called all types of stupid shit just because of me not being a regular. All right, well, I want to just be outside and sit on a stoop all day and just talk. No, nigga, just because I live in the hood don't mean I want to be of the hood. Like you don't have to be. The mentality of wanting to stay in the hood is not the same as wanting to own the hood. Like that's where it should be. Niggas is still stuck on the I'ma hold down this block that don't have my name on it type mentality. I'ma do it for the gang that don't give a fuck about me, that'll fuck my bitch when I get locked up. Or my bitch will go fuck my mans. It's like do something productive. And motherfuckers is out here on some left field nut shit with fucking with yo, I hate the way that we look at shit in our community, yo. That shit angers me. Like we could be so much further if motherfuckers wasn't on an individualism kind of tip or constantly just like
Putting each other
wanted
down.
to uplift. Not even just that, but uplifting stupid ass criminal activities.
I
Why the
mean,
fuck
it's
are you
society.
glorifying some dumb shit? No, that's our society. That's what we're doing. That's not society. That's what we're promoting. We don't
It's
have to
also
promote that.
yeah, we don't have to, but if you grow up
I
in
get what
a
you're saying.
community where that's what they target, like, all right, so I read this thing a
We
while
all
back.
grew up in that community.
Yeah, I know, but I read this thing a while back. You know, the tobacco companies, the alcohol places, a lot of places where that is a bad influence. You know, a lot of those places are put into communities that have predominantly of more minorities,
Minorities.
where they have
Yeah.
easier
That's why
access to it. So you do that,
nigga,
and
I'm not surprised.
then you
If
can't.
you would have My bad. Go.
then you can't move up. I mean, you see that, and you get into that cycle. You see the most minority families don't have the mom and dad there typically sometimes. Then you have the mom holding everything down, and everyone's like, "Oh, this kid doesn't have this male figure in his life, this and that." And then it becomes this cycle. They're not going to be much for anything because they didn't have both parents. No, that's not really the case. It's the reason why they're not going to achieve what they probably could be doing is because they have so much negativity around them. If you want to better yourself, and I mean, attempt to, you have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, surround yourself around people who are going to be more positive, uplifting, move out of that community that you live in.
No. It's no. See, that's the misconception. You can't just stay around like-minded individuals. You have to be with individuals who are elevated. Majority of the time, you have to deal with people who are more elevated than you.
Drive as you, not
Yeah.
like-minded,
I can
completely
agree with that.
same drive, or even people who are better than you. Where you're not envious or jealous.
That's what I mean.
You want to learn from them. You want
You
to learn
exactly.
and take that knowledge, so that way you can develop it into something your own that you can push out to make something of yourself. If you're surrounding yourself around people who are just on the block, selling drugs, constantly getting locked up, doing all types of fuckboy shit, then you're most likely going to do fuckboy shit because that's who you surround yourself with. That's why I always say, what was that, Tupac? I might not like you or whatnot. We ain't got to sit at the same table, but I'm still going to support you. I still want to see everybody win. We might not be sitting at the same table, but I'm not going to hold that anger towards you because I still want to see you succeed. I mean, that's the mindset that everybody should have. As a community, we should be trying to network, trying to help people. Don't look for a free handout. Like, yo. Oh, I hear you got the hook up on taxes. We're family. We're boys. Hook it up. Do it for free. No, that's not how that's supposed to be, because then it creates that cycle. You're not really truly supporting this person who has whatever they have. They put that time and effort in to get that. So you should respect them for that. It's like they do those surveys. If I do a job, I quote your job that for a logo, and I say, man, this logo is gonna cost about $500, time and effort, whatnot, and you knock it out in 30 minutes, right? And it's like, why am I paying $500 for this? You're paying for my services, not how long it takes me. And I can throw something together for you in like 2 seconds. Like, hey, here you go. You gonna pay for that, or you want me to spend 5 months for it on doing it and still charge you the same? Or you be happy that I'm able to deliver something for you that you want with exactly how you want it, being immaculate, no problems whatsoever, within a reasonable time frame that works for me. But you still got to pay my price because I'm the one doing it. I'm the one that set the price. You can't set the price on my work. I set the price on my work. It's mine. It's and that's the thing. A lot of people, they don't like other people's prices. They want it cheaper. They want it their way. They want to see how they can get over on somebody instead of appreciating what someone is doing for them and taking that knowledge and then say, hey, thank you for good looks, because 9 times out of 10, that person is probably going to help you, or sometimes they might even cut you a break on something. But a lot of people say, well, they'll say take all the credit for it. Yeah, I did this all myself. Forget about the person who just spent an hour, 3 hours, however much time doing it, taking all the credit and not giving that person any type of shine or any type of networking promotion. It's just word of mouth. Hey, this person hooked me up. You should look into this person. They do an excellent job. That's what we don't have in normally in a minority community. Typically, you don't have anybody out there helping each other out. It's that one-minded tunnel vision. Let me look out for myself. Damn anybody else. As long as I'm making it, that's all that matters. And that's wrong. That's how you set yourself up for failure.
Fix your mic, my boy.
Oh shit, my fault.
What up, Ty? Thank you for popping up on the podcast.
What up, y'all?
Got your mic monitoring on? That's probably what that boom boom was going.
I mean, what do you think, Mr. Wilson?
I agree. I talk about it all the time. Actually, I laugh because I'm like, to answer both of these subjects, right? Not both of these, but everything that was pretty much said. Yes, like there's a certain degree of, how you say, like advantage or whatever the case may be, or whatever the circumstances going on. Understand that I could say for myself, to a degree, I feel like the only reason I think or talk the way I do is of just who I am. But it does have a vast, dependency on because of my mom's side. A lot of people
Oh, in
intelligent,
and out.
You're cutting out.
You get me now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on my mom's side of him that are very intelligent, articulate. They can express themselves properly. They can switch in and out of dialogue, and it's not stuck to talking in one lingo one way, which does, in a sense, and I don't shade anybody else for that. It does affect who you meet and how your relationships continue. So, but I also do understand on the balance of the flip side of that, the society that we're in is not, for one, it wasn't built for us to thrive for a reason. Now, when I say built for us to thrive, meaning like, all right, cool, what things are put in play to make it even more difficult for you to even be successful? Which, if you look at the whole system, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm also very realistic and I observe just like anybody else. So it's not something that's foreign. You know what I'm saying? So what is put in play when I ask that question is like, let's say for example, our society started off with, especially black women, and I'm not putting women at the blame of all of it, but they do have a vast, dealing with it. If you want to attack the household, you attack the woman first because the woman can literally change the dynamic of a situation, make it better or difficult. Back then, even my grandmother said this. They first started giving women, no, you don't need a man type thing, right? Black households are the only ones that really thrive off of that. Like, we don't have any other. You won't really hear that. You'll hear it, but you ain't gonna hear it like how you hear it in a black household. If that makes sense, like
I don't need a man, but hey, can you pay my
Yeah.
phone bill?
No. It's not even that. All that goes out the window when they need some protection. But it's not to say anything. Listen, so what I'm saying is, first they started with that. They started that back in the day when they went equal rights, right?
Yeah.
They started that back then. That wasn't targeting, because the Caucasians, any other race, they always together. They didn't give a damn about none of that. It was African Americans. While we already at a disadvantage financially, literacy, anything that you could think of, we're already at a disadvantage. So how do you demobilize? What's it called? Not demobilize. You know the destabilization.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? So you remove the man from the house, and another two ways: telling a woman she doesn't need a money. I mean, need a man, and also the only way you get help is removing the government assistance, is removing the male from the household.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
African American families thrive off of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. The man can't be in the house. You're not gonna get no money. Women will do anything for some money.
Yeah.
Real quick. So, cool. We got y'all up out of there. Once you get y'all up out of there, the only thing that feeds your society of the men that's being raised are women. Now, there's nothing wrong with the innocent. Nope, I'm not even gonna lie. That's not. I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. It's not gonna work because, yeah, you'll be raised in some aspect of life, but you will have deficiencies. Things that you didn't learn that you should have learned a long time ago. Only a man will be able to teach another man how to. So not only did we start with the drug war, which is in the government, which they did. They started with the drug war, introducing cocaine to America and mostly African Americans that were disadvantaged with whether it be knowledge, anything else. We're gonna put that in play. After we put that in play, we're also gonna tell your women that they don't need you. So you don't have jobs. You can't pay for nothing. They got to get you out the house. So now you're just no longer in the life in general in the child's life. Cool. After that, we're now also gonna sit here and tell you. Oh shoot! Oh, something cut off for a second. My fault. We're also gonna sit here and tell you that that pretty much women or the main thing in the household is the more children you, whether it be child support, government assistance. Like look at COVID. If you had a lot of kids, that a single woman was thriving off of that as well. So destabilization of a country, which is they just use the same tactics, and you throw the whole thing out of disarray. you know, the
Cut
queen
the
can
legs
move
from
anywhere on
under
the
it and let
chessboard.
it come.
Yeah,
Oh,
the queen
what's
can
there?
move anywhere on the board, but the male has to move one by one, like step by step on the chessboard. So
I
you
mean,
cut them out. It's in a sense, it does all that. So when I say disadvantage of, like, yeah, there's gonna be immediate disadvantages, things that you don't even have, which is why the single, parent house. There's more of those in the black community, more, which now our men are emotionally distraught. Why? Because
Mhm.
you're being raised by emotions 9 out of 10 times.
it's like the
You're making
so
And a lot of times, yeah, my bad, go ahead.
the biggest catalyst to what you're talking about, Taj, is probably that the Tulsa Race Massacre in 1921. That was the start
Mhm.
of how to separate the black or minority households, because we had Black Wall Street and whatnot. It was like a 2-day thing, from May 31st to June 1st, 1921.
Mm.
It's black people had their own um stock market thing. It was wealthy with the wealthiest. They target the black residents, their homes, the businesses, the churches, the schools, municipal buildings over a 40 square block radius. I mean, we literally had a community where people were thriving, and they said no, and shit would just went south from there. And believe it or not, a lot of the minorities are still recovering from that. Um, I mean, if you look at the marketing, housing market, I remember learning about this in school, college,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken. Um, okay, let's say you want to buy a new home, right? You move in, you find a neighborhood that looks super nice, house is amazing, neighborhood is
Mm.
amazing, but you won't buy that house. Why? Because you will lower the property value of that community. It's statistically been proven that when minorities move into a predominantly white neighborhood, unfortunately, the property value goes down. And it's not because of they're going to bring riffraff into the neighborhood. It's because of their ethnicity, unfortunately. Their
but
ethnicity normally is what drives the property value down, and it should not be like that. It should not. Your color of your skin should not determine the value of your home or the community. But
but
yeah,
here's
it
here's
is
what
like
here's
that.
what that's a double-edged sword. Here's what that's a double-edged sword. Now, what else we gonna do? It's yeah, I could say it'll be like 20% of that. The rest of it, because the real situation, right? We can always blame racism because it's the easiest card, but that's not. It's really finance. It has nothing to do with money thing. So if you think about, in a sense, like, okay, what is the background demographic? Why is this? Because there's some black people wealthy that are in these communities, just fine. But truth
Yeah,
be told, if
those
you
same
come
black
from a
people
certain
though
background,
don't want new ones in there though.
no, they don't. You
Mm.
want to know why? And here's why. Because you got to be reasonable on both sides. This is why I look at. No, don't keep it a buck.
You go in and out.
Um, no, like you gotta keep it real. What I was saying, and people get offended. Get offended. Keep it a buck. If you have your household
You going in and
acting
out
ignorant and
again.
belligerent, hold on. I don't even know how to. Why I'm going in and out. What did you do when your mic was going in and out? That.
You probably got your fan
I just
going
unplugged
behind
it.
you. Yeah,
That yeah, that could
Oh
be
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Hold on.
picking up
Turn it
extra
off.
sounds. You.
Yeah, sensitivity.
No,
All right. What
no,
about now?
You can hear that.
yeah, you can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was saying is like, imagine you're raising your own. You have your own household. You got you pretty much got people. You have a certain way that you run your household. Because I think that's the only way to make people realize, like I said, they take personal offense to it. Like, nah, we should be able to, but no, bro. If I have a certain setup and way that I'm doing things, no, I don't want you in here because you're gonna f it up
Yeah,
every chance you get.
Yeah.
If it's peaceful in here, no, I don't want your ignorance coming down the block. I don't want you. No, I don't want it. Why? Because you're just gonna irritate the hell out of everybody.
but
Why do
that's
we
Not
gotta
front.
pay?
that's
Why do
that's
we
that
gotta
I ain't
pay
double-edged
X
gonna lie.
amount of
sword though,
dollars?
because
It
I
is,
live
but
in
it's
Bed
hold on. Let me
Stuy,
finish.
so
Let me finish. Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So why should I pay X amount of dollars and have to deal with your ignorance? Make it
Nah,
make
I
sense.
get
It's
you.
not wrong. Like why should I and have to deal with worrying about you blasting music, rolling, because there are some things, no matter what you say and do, there are some things that inevitably come with side effects. I don't care if you have a certain personality trait. If you do certain things, there are things that come with it naturally, and you can't drop those things. No matter what you say or do, you can still, well, I do this. Well, nah, it comes with it, bro. So it comes with the territory.
True.
You take
Just
them out the
accept
hood,
that
but you can't
fact.
take the hood out of them.
No, so what I'm saying is, this is why you have to. We also do have a lot of people, and I bet that are not diverse. That's why I say
Yeah.
certain times, depending on your language and how you carry yourself, that doesn't mean you subside into. No, niggas, learning how to speak, when to shut something off, when to know how to change this over
Yo.
here and do this, so that you can be in different areas in your life and be able to receive different information. Because who you are now, what you do now, is going to work for every little thing in every location. So when you realize
Yeah.
it's a level of maturity of being able to change that sometimes, and be like, I'm gonna be diverse. I'm gonna be over here with this. I'm gonna be over there with that. Because you can't wear the same outfit to every gathering. Best way to say it. It's not gonna
True.
it's not gonna work that way.
But wouldn't
So-
that be um
That's code switching. That's simply what that is. And
Yeah.
when
No.
it comes down to it, you
But
kind of
double-edged
have to code
sword.
switch.
but it's still that double-edged sword though, because
Mhm.
at the same time we want communities to grow, right? But we don't want people to judge based off, what you look like, but then the same
Yeah,
people
not
who
off the
say
cover.
that live in those communities, and what do? They see someone, like say they see you driving a Cadillac with rims and whatnot, and they automatically assume you're gonna be loud, you're gonna be ghetto, you're gonna be rude, you're gonna be a lot of riffraff. What if that person? But what if that's just how they like to dress? What if that's just the car they like? What if they're highly respected individuals that don't come with any of that, but they choose to dress a certain way, they choose to have a certain vehicle, but you're judging them off of their first appearance that you see, and you automatically assume, I don't want them in this neighborhood because they're just gonna bring tons of problems in here. They may not. You don't know that yet, but you're already
yeah, you got a
condemning
point.
them
You got a point.
because
You got a point.
of how you grew up and how you know how the ethnicity of that community normally acts. You already categorize them as going to be trouble.
I mean, I can't even argue with that. You got a very, very valid point, because the same shit. That's the same thing I can say about what happened with me at work. With I've been working for this company for 5 years, but yet I've been working indoors for the last year, like inside. So I'm outside chilling, smoking a cigarette, minding my business. I'm getting ready to go inside, but a motherfucker, this white dude comes out, kind of thing. So I'm I hold the door like anybody else who goes into the building. It's happened multiple times. Oh, you're coming out? Cool. I'll have to pull my key card out immediately. So I proceed to walk where the fuck I'm going. He turns around and hit me with the, do you work here? I just stopped and looked at this motherfucker like, yo, who the fuck are you? I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna turn it back on him. I'm sure you ask every face you see that comes in this building if they work here. Not every skin tone, or no, every face that you see if they work here. Oh, come on, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. And the fact that I can say that is because you prick, every floor in this, like a staircase. This staircase has locked doors on every floor. You have to have a key card to get into it. So if I'm just walking into the building, guess what? I'm just going to be on camera, standing in the fucking steps, can't do shit. That's going to be a red flag right there. Like, there's going to be a problem there. I can't move throughout the building without having a key card. So where else would I be going? And you just came from a completely different direction from where I'm going towards. So why are you even worried about where the fuck I'm going?
Because you're a threat.
Well, how come
Nah,
security?
but when,
I mean, it's
but when-
security.
no.
As a security standpoint,
he's not. He
I
wasn't
understand
security.
that. I know.
There's no.
that.
He
I know
wasn't
that.
security.
I know
He's
that.
just a
but
random white dude who worked in a whole different part of the building from where I was at.
From someone
But
who's
when
worked
it came
security
down
stuff,
to it,
though, I would say
No,
you're
no,
a
no.
threat. You're an unknown person. If I've never seen you before,
it don't matter
bro,
because there's so many. No, bullshit. Because there's so many other people
Leave Kevin
that's been
alone.
in and out. No, and here's how that shit go, right? At the same time, the same motherfucker has seen me open and hold doors multiple times. I'm going in and out the building. People see me. People speak to me who go in and out the building and he's associated with. So when it comes down to it, you've seen my face. This is the first time that you actually get a chance to say something, but you say the wrong thing. But he came to me the very next day. We seen each other the very next day. He walked over to me first and he apologized to how he came to me.
He probably thought about it and was like,
he realized how fucking
That
wrong
was
he
fucked
was.
up.
And I came to, and I said, you know what? I apologize because you know what? The simplest thing I could have done was just show you that I have a key card and just went to the door and popped it open. The same exact kind of way.
But your mindset went to you were being profiled and
Racism.
racially.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Racism.
But I mean,
why?
because it's happened so many times.
Okay, yeah.
Because of like I'm used to like the shit that happens to me on a daily occurrence. Every white person that's seen me, male, female, they see me on a daily basis. They see that I'm going into the building daily basis. The owners know who the fuck I am. The money makers know who the fuck I am by name. But when it comes to the owner of the building, this whole fucking building that wraps around 4 blocks knows who the fuck I am by name. I have access to every floor in the building. Even the roof that costs niggas $15,000 minimum to gain access to, I have for free 99. But
What's on the roof?
fact, nigga, the skyline. You can see everything. You can see the entire New York, like Manhattan skyline from there. They paid 15 bands just to take photo shoots up there.
My
I can go up
apologies.
there.
I ain't mean to divert from the question. I just want to know.
No. But that's what that's about. Like I have a perfectly uninterrupted view of the skyline.
Mhm.
Like the only other view that's better than mine is the building behind mine. I'm not gonna state who lives in that building.
Nah,
but
yeah.
the point of like that shit has a better view of the building, but nigga, it costs bread just to get up there. I have fuel access, and literally just about everybody over there knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah, but if he's only seen you in passing, he's never actually talked to you, and if he was never actually up close to your face, I mean, on a mistake could probably happen where he's like, he might have recognized you a little bit, but not 100% sure. Because you got to remember, some cultures, some people, you know, and different ethnicities automatically assume certain people look the same. Like I was talking to my wife, and we're sitting there, and she was making, talking about someone.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
She was
Don't do it.
talking
You're
about
just gonna make
somebody,
she's just gonna come off racist. Don't
I
do
heard
it.
him hit the brakes a little bit. Yeah.
It wasn't racist. No, because this was a white person. And she's white herself, but
Still
she was like, my wife is from
White
Europe,
people look the
everybody
same.
still, but she was like such and such, and I'm like, no, that's not the same person. And she's like, are you sure? Because it looks the same. I'm like, not all white people look the same, just like not all black people look the same, not all Asian people look the same. Well, they maybe have some similar features, but they don't look the same. You can't just assume that that's the person that you saw from a distance. You want to make sure. And mind you, Kevin
I think
probably
niggas is other niggas all the time.
yeah,
I ain't gonna
but,
hold you.
yeah, but you know, everybody does it. It's an innocent thing that everybody does, but at the same time, when it happens to you, you get offended by it. Why? Because you brought up in a community where you're looked down upon, or you're racially discriminated on a constant basis every other day. So your first instinct is to get aggressive, get upset. Why? Because you're automatically assuming this motherfucker is already racially profiling me. Well, it could just be an honest mistake. He sees you every day, but he doesn't actually look at you. He doesn't talk to you. But now he's talked to you and he sees you, he's probably open the door for you, have a conversation with you. Hey, how's it going? You know, be probably your best buddy. You know.
You know why you also get upset so quickly? Is because as humans, you have the natural tendency to sometimes have the same awareness as we do off rip. So we expect everybody to think the exact same way. Unintentionally. It's not like it's everybody gotta be like me in a cocky, disrespectful way. It's just saying, bro, like you do it unintentionally. Like just by nature, that's why because it wouldn't bother you if I know. Let's say like if you know a child is a child. They speak like a child. You're not gonna get so overly fixated or worked up over the stupid things they say because you're a child. So I already know that off rip. Knowing that prepares me to be able to deal with you in a certain way. So it's all the same. When it comes to we have sometimes the expectation. Robin?
I thought you start dropping jewels and then like your voice start dropping out.
Oh no! Thank you. I guess this is a regular conversation, but not for me. I'm like, yo, like we don't all do that. So sometimes, we have the habit of doing it unintentionally. That's the best way I can put it. So your expectation when you seen him was you see me, you see him. You know your surroundings. You see the same face over a certain period of time. You know who he is. He may not even. He may see you in a sense. So he could just
You
be
go
looking
in and
at
out,
it.
dog. Is your mic
I don't-
close to your face? Because that
Yes.
shit is that's crazy.
Yeah, actually, it is. It's very close. I don't know. I'm gonna disconnect. Hold on. I'm gonna disconnect it and connect it back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
But he brings up a point though. I mean, I'll wait for him to come back. But yeah, it brings up a point. If you think about it, the mindsets aren't the same. Like you can't assume that everybody's gonna have that same mindset. You would like to think that they're in the same wave pattern as you, but everybody is different. Everybody thinks differently.
Yeah, some people's awareness like this. This times where I look at people and I'm like, how do you not see that? I'm not gonna catch myself. I'm like, because I pay attention to pay very close attention to my environment, not out of fear. That's just me. Like I'm analytical. Well, I pay attention, and it sounds funny. It may sound weird. That's why sometimes I'm able to mimic the hell out of people. Like if they do something, I could do the same exact thing and say it in the way they say it. Yeah, you sound just like him. I don't know because I just pay attention to that like that sometimes. It sounds weird, but I do it unintentionally. Like I don't even try to do it. It just happens. But everybody's also not like that. It doesn't mean like you're better than anybody. No, it's just your tendency. Like you do this, they don't do that. They could be very good at something that you're not good at or pay attention. To something. You get the point. But learning that kind of gives you a sound mind and also being reasonable. So it's like that. Like being reasonable is one of the best qualities to have because it allows you to discern how you're gonna handle certain situations. Sometimes the situation don't need to get more out of hand than it already is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or to a certain point. So you don't get over fixated. You learn how to control your emotions again in a certain situation. Realizing
I always
one thing trickles down.
What? One thing trickles down?
No, one thing always trickles down and affect the other. So, but I'm saying, but it all comes from stemming from what's your background and what are you learning from? That's why I was like, all right, cool. What are you taking in, listening to day by day? Read. Like reading is very essential. What are you listening to? Like anything that you take in, like what is your day to day, thinking? Millionaires always talk about, they read. They listen to music, but they give everything its appropriate time. And that's what helps you change your dialogue, your perception of the world, how you handle situations, what you do day to day, like everything. So it's important. And then those people coming from that, if I'm constantly surrounded by nonsense, and this is why situations, you like, why you getting so tight over a simple word? They're not taught to manage their emotions. They're taught to, it's on sight. Like,
when I go to a store, and I'm by myself when I go. I don't go to stores often, but when I do go, and I'm like walking out the store, walking in the store, I always see that one person that walks past me. And what do? They clench their fucking purse, or they just
I was just thinking about that shit.
And I'm like, do I look like? I mean, I know I'm a big guy, but I do look approachable sometimes. I don't always look like I want to snap someone's head off, but they like clench up and grab shit. And sometimes I'd be wanting to be like, fooled you, like. But I'm like, no, it's not them because I'm gonna probably give them a heart attack, and then it's gonna be a big thing. I just smile at them, and normally they relax a little bit when I just smile at them. And I just keep going about my business. But typically, when I walk past somebody, they grab their fucking shit. Or the worst part is I'm walking in a parking lot, and someone's going to the car, and I'm walking, and they look at me, and they hit the fucking locks in the door, and I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about your car.
You know what's gonna get me? Elevator. The elevator grabbing your purse shit. Be like, yo, you dead ass? Like, if I really want to fuck you up in this elevator, do you realize I could just pull the stop button and beat dog shit out you? Like, grabbing your purse not gonna do nothing. And if I want to take that shit, skinny nigga and all, I'll take that shit.
No, you must got a couple thousand in that purse right there, man.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want it. I don't want the purse any fucking way. Like, keep that shit, bitch. I'm working.
I want that fucking coach.
Another thing that's I think is wrong with society today. To change the topic just a tad bit, the tipping culture. The tipping culture is fucking ridiculous.
You didn't want to talk about this.
Yo, that ass. No. I ain't gonna lie though.
But tipping
I don't think it's the people. I don't think it's the people, bro. I don't think
No,
it's the culture,
it's the
the economics
companies.
of the whole thing.
It's the
Yeah,
companies and
like,
how they pay their employees. They don't pay their employees properly, so they're forced to survive on their tips when they shouldn't have to do that. Like I was talking to
Mhm.
someone like when I went with my wife to Europe, they pay them a normal salary. Like a TGI Fridays, right? They get paid in the States
Mhm.
probably like $2, $3 an hour, and then they have to depend on their tips. You go to England or wherever they got a TGI Fridays, they pay them whatever the minimum wage is, and it's actually looked down on if you tip because they make the money the proper amount of money. They don't need the tips. It's actually even what China, Japan, that whatever one of those
That's
countries, it's
disrespectful.
actually rude to
Japan,
leave
I
a
believe.
leave a tip. It's rude. It's considered
Japan, the
extremely
Japanese, yeah.
fucking rude.
It's definitely
We're the
Japan.
only place where they require a tip. Hell, my wife went to McDonald's and she did the have them bring the food out to you. The dude walked in the car and was like, "Where's my tip?" Motherfucker, you don't get tips. You fucking $17 an hour. What are you talking about? Where's your tip? Like, when has this been a thing now? I order a bottle of water. All you're doing is handing it to me. You're asking me for a tip. What do you mean? You're turning around, grabbing a bottle of water from the refrigerator and handing it to me. You want a fucking tip for that? Fucking
This thing
put a fucking
entitlement that they
vending
try and
machine up. I'll do it
instill in
myself.
school. The bullshit entitlement that they try and put in school.
It's not. Here's another thing. I say that the economy, at least on, you said something very pivotal. That was true, and we noticed it. It's like Japan. Listen, America's never been for its people. I don't care what anybody. America is the worst countries. No, it is literally one of the worst countries. Served it. It's one of the, and I'm not saying that anyway. Like where. So I respectfully, it's one of the worst countries on, and they're not for their people at all. They make it seem like it, but they're really not. They're really about $1 and getting what they want out of the most, out of everybody that they can. Even like think about the taxes and what it goes towards. Like and this is why it's another. So I say everything affects everything. No matter how you look, there's always a domino effect. So yes, these things do trail back. You have to pay attention to all of it. But where did America just get the money to poke their nose in another country?
2 other
$60
countries.
billion
So
gone, but they
now-
can't pay.
Don't forget about the
reparations. I mean,
trillions that was also sent.
Yeah,
There's also
Amer-
almost
America
a couple
is
trillion.
what I think $34
Scam.
trillion in debt right now. And a lot of that's
Spending
because we got off
bread.
the gold standard in 1970. I mean, once
mind you, this is money that's being printed.
yeah, which is it
let's-
actually
So
has
it got
no
no real
value.
value.
The money, the paper money that everybody so like holds on too much, it has
Oh.
no real value. It was like,
No, we
don't,
value it.
Don't use the credit cards. Use actual cash. That's worth something. No, it's not. It's paper with fucking past presidents on it. Unfortunately, the only reason why that money is worth anything is because fiat money, which means the government steps in and regulates it
Yeah.
and gives it the value that we want it to have. It has no real value. What has value is your
Oh.
silver, your gold, your copper. I mean, look at Elon Musk. He has those Tesla stations up in California. What happened? Motherfuckers went and cut the wires on it. Why? Because they wanted the copper. Why? Because copper is fucking worth money. I'm gonna take your fucking copper from you. The $100 or your bank account, yeah, that's cool and whatnot. But when the economy crashes and the economic system goes down, that cash you have, that paper currency that they're printing tons of, is worthless. It's absolutely worthless. The more money they print out of currency, the less value our actual cash has. That they are able to regulate for. That's why they get rid of old currency from time to time. And that's why they're like, oh, defective coins worth some money, defective bills worth some money, because you can't get those anymore. The actual paper itself, absolutely worthless. It is worthless. It only value it has is the value that the government put in place to regulate to give it any type of value.
Well,
It's the same thing how cryptocurrency is.
the truth of that. No, that part of that is true. The truth of it is like it's the sheep in mindset. If you want to be honest, which it won't happen because why? It's all a system. But
What will happen?
if we the economy, first of all, just the whole economy is not meant to serve you. It is meant to put certain people in certain groups separated from
Control
others.
you.
It's to control you. And the funny thing is, we're the ones that determine that.
Yeah,
If
that's
threw it on the floor and said it's worth nothing, it'll be worth nothing.
yeah, that's what I said. That's that
It'll
fiat
drop.
term. If you look up fiat money, that's literally a term I learned in an economic class I took for my degree.
Yeah.
That's what that is. We want it to be worth something. The government steps in and regulates it. That's why cryptocurrency right now is almost on the same playing field with it, because in reality, cryptocurrency is only valuable because people are wanting to utilize it. They want to separate themselves from the standard bank. It's like okay, your money, right? Legally, your money you pay taxes on, right? You're only supposed to pay taxes once, but they make you pay it more than once on the same thing. You pay taxes when you get your check. You got to pay taxes when you buy something. You're constantly being taxed, which means they're constantly taking money from you. You should not have to constantly pay taxes on something that is yours, or be told that you can't hold a certain amount of cash on you. Like if you have 10K on you and you're walking around with it on person, it's illegal. You can't have 10K in cash on you. It's illegal. You will get arrested. You'll get thrown in jail. They'll take it from you. They'll automatically assume it's drug money. It's your money. It's my money. If I don't want to keep my money in the fucking bank and have them watching me 24/7, I shouldn't have to. Not to mention, if you have 10 grand in your bank account, you automatically get taxed at the end of the year. Any more than 10 grand in your account at a time, it's automatically taxable more than it should be. And you're already paying taxes all year round, and then you pay taxes at the end of the year to turn around and say, "Oh, you got 10 grand in your account. Guess what? Here's a bill for you to you got to pay taxes on that." You mean money that I've already paid taxes on? You're gonna make me pay it on it again? Get the
That's
fuck out of
100%
here!
correct. What I was saying, hold on. What I was saying, what I was getting to, the whole economical setup is just, it has no other. Like I said, money is paper. It has. If we all decided bottle, definitely they would dead put bottle caps in the financial situation. Only because we say so, but our mind doesn't work that way, because all you got to do is think about it. Why do you think we don't get paid very well more than our bills cost at our job? There's a reason for that. It's not like they don't know this, but there's reason for that.
Keep us under.
Because it's the same. Pimp. Sounds funny. A pimp is gonna give you just enough, not more than what you need, because then you won't have to come back to me. I'm gonna give you just enough so that you have to come back the next day, the next day, the next day, and the next day. And before you know it, you're in a rut. So now we're breaking down your. You're now a worker. So this is what they do in schools, by the way. Right? I gotta ask the bathroom. Can I please be excused to go to the bathroom? I have to have lunch by a certain time. I have to be in school by a certain time. I gotta be in class by a certain time. Gotta have by a certain time. This is all we are trained to do, is become workers. Because what do you do when you go to work? The same exact thing. You just have a daily task. This maybe slightly different, but that's what it's for. You got other curriculums and other situations. They're taught very differently depending on. So my thing is, in all that, this is why I say, knowing how the setup is, it was never meant for you to win. It's been rigged like this for years, and it's like, all right, cool. You can all complain, but the scariest thing to a nation is when the masses come together. Because truth be told, you can have the army all you. There are more people on planet Earth than there are in the armies, on in the military.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody turned and said "F y'all" and started running, they will bow their knee, and that's the act zone. Because when you outnumbered, you're not about to play that game. Everybody will sit down. The president will cease to exist. So how do we keep you from doing that? Just break your mental. I'm gonna sit there and force you to do nothing. Just convince you, and you're teaching as you come to get older, that you're XYZ. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how it's supposed to happen. This and the third, and it becomes a. And that's why when that Black Lives when thing happened with bro, did you see how quickly all of a sudden now every cop want to take a knee? When was a cop taking a knee? But that only happened when they realized these financial establishments, which these governments are invested in, there was nothing they could do about it, because the masses actually said "F you" and actually came together for 2 seconds. So what are we gonna do? Oh shoot, you guys are intelligent. You're getting smarter by the second. We're gonna tease you Yeah, my bad. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Sorry, Zone. We're gonna appease you for 2 minutes, and then things are gonna go back to normal. All they did was bend their damn knee.
But you also know what else happened during. All right, so one of the things that the government is really good for, that I don't think most people really noticed, is they're like magicians. They have you look at one hand while they're
Yeah, while
doing
the other one's
something
doing something
with
else.
the other
Yeah.
one.
Precisely.
It was like when COVID, and there was I forgot what happened during this time, but remember, it was oh no, the Russia war, what going on with Ukraine and whatnot. When it first popped off, right, and everybody's attention was there, what happened? They released these manuals for the COVID vaccine that says all these side effects. These giant books that weren't supposed to get released, all of a sudden got released during this and was brushed over. And the people who did notice it, they started trying to make lawsuits. Why? Because you forced them to get this shot, tell them that everything was okay, and then now it comes out that there's all these problems that they can have with this shot that you forced onto them that they didn't need to have, because all COVID really was, I mean, it was just a mega fucking super flu
Lab.
that just fucking destroyed people. I mean, the people who had really weak immune systems fell to it, unfortunately. I'm sorry for everybody's losses on that one, but that's kind of what happened. I mean, that would happen if they had ammonia, whatnot. If their immune system wasn't good, they'd fall to it. Now, COVID was a little bit more aggressive than your common flu, but at the end of the day, that's how they're treating it now, like a common flu. No one's talking about it like, oh, we need to do this. What are they doing? Oh, you got COVID? All right, stay home for a day or two. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But a couple years ago, oh my God, the world's
Thousands
falling
of people
over.
dying. No, it's thousands of people dying. It's the same thing with the flu. It's the same thing with chickenpox. It's the same. They were all breakouts at one point. That the body eventually developed a
But,
defense against over time, but they were man-made sicknesses. They didn't come from like I like how people like to blame animals in other countries. They were good for that, especially in America. Very good for that.
Fucking fall off with that AIDS
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
As we said, it came from China and them eating bats. Nigga, they've been eating bats since the day before forever. What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
it was man-made,
Like,
so I mean, they know
yeah.
where it came from. Will it ever come out to the light of day? Probably not. But at the same
Oh.
time, I'm not going to worry about it at the moment, because there's other things to worry about, like the cost of living, like you were talking about. When people get excited, oh shit, we're gonna raise shit. They're giving me $1 something raise.
Their bills are about to come up, bro.
They're not giving you a raise. They're giving you a cost of living adjustment. That's what that is. If you want a raise, you tell them, hey, I like this cost of living adjustment, but now tack on that actual raise for me, and you'll see them freeze up. Because I learned this, and another thing I learned in one of my accounting classes is that when they say they're giving you a raise, it's not a true raise, especially if it goes to the whole fucking store. It's not a raise. It's not the raise that you're thinking it is. It's a
Cost of
cost of
living
living
going up,
adjustment for you to kind of help you
Mm.
support yourself. You're not getting up because as you're getting that extra money, they're inflating your groceries. You know, constantly inflating shit on you. And I want
But
to
here's
say,
but
What?
that's why I say, you know what that follows under? Financial literacy.
yeah,
That's the only way you would know that. And most of us don't have it.
true.
God damn
And
it.
we taught this. This is not gonna be a thing. So it's like, put them in survival mode forever. Trust me, they're not even gonna know what to look for. You got the few that do make it out, that develop this thinking, and that they just they're the little ones that make it out. But still, it's not
Yo.
the vast majority. We don't need every single person to. We just need the vast majority to not be, and the others will follow right behind.
I got a question.
It's just,
Does your haircuts go up with the inflation?
yes,
Now,
because
all
their
right,
bills went up.
I'm gonna say, nigga, hell yeah, haircuts was like $50 last time I got a haircut. That shit was like,
$50 for a haircut. Is that including the tip, or you tip extra?
Bro.
yo, listen, motherfuckers around here was trying to hit niggas $50, and I was like, I'm growing my hair out.
GG.
You got Dapper Dan giving you a haircut.
Nah, nigga, not me. That's why I
That nigga
said
was
I'm.
fucking stripper with that shit.
How much
nigga,
you paid,
I'm-
Mr. Wilson?
Todd, what was the price from your barber?
When I was going to Freesa, when I was going to Barber,
The barber.
it's two different.
I know Caprice is,
35, and then with the tip it was 50, and then Miss Caprice
You
off
leaving
the
a
top
$20
charged
tip?
50.
Bro,
Bitch,
Yo,
Yeah,
I went into
I
the wrong
mean-
field of work. Let me change on some shit.
Shit, I mean, I'm not
they're
trying to be
making
funny.
$100 an hour almost.
They was making some money.
Bruh.
Yeah,
especially
They don't
saying,
pay that
nigga.
much for those boots,
Yeah.
especially if they own it themselves. They're not paying much for that seat. They pay a certain amount a day, so they're taking most of that money on top of that tip you gave them. They're making bank
Pause.
on you.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
he wasn't making bank on me, nigga, because I wasn't getting my haircut every 2
No,
weeks
hold on,
like
hold on.
every other nigga. I was getting my haircut every 3
Mr. Wilson's
months.
probably paying
4
like
months.
$120 a haircut.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. You won't catch me tipping the daggone thing.
Nigga, I do my
Oh,
own
you-
lineup now. Fuck you
You're
talking
making,
about?
especially if you're good, bro.
You
They're
so
making.
foes.
You understand? They're almost like you're almost making 6 figures a year
Yep.
at that point. If you do the actual math, you have consistent clients, especially if you're good at what you do. It's not just like you just talking. If
Yep,
you're good at
customer
it,
service
you got
and all
people,
that.
bro. Please, I'm not tipping nothing. You're fine. Like, no, because you're already
Nigga,
making.
Taj is the worst.
He's going
Nigga,
in
not
there getting a
nobody.
haircut. They be looking like, oh yeah, it's $50 for the cut. All right, here's
wish you would say
$50.
something.
They be
Did
like
you
looking
get
at it
paid?
like,
Yeah.
all right, next time you come in, the haircut. You know what? When he goes to get a haircut, he probably hit with that. Hey, the haircut fees went up. Oh yeah,
Here's
how
why.
much? An extra $20.
Here's why.
Why?
Here's why, though, bro.
I gotta pay for my materials and whatnot and space and
No, they
they
don't.
give them all this thing. And what they really do is they take that $20 tip.
Bro, why do you think a lot of them go into barbering? It's like one of the lowest overheads. 1, 2, that's something that's not going anywhere. Like nutrition's like
Yeah, everybody gonna want their hair cut and styled and all that good
That's
shit.
why I
you a
went for
barber and you
accounting.
can't get
Nigga,
anybody in your chair,
locticians law going up now, especially
you're a
with
barber-
multiple. Man,
bro. If you're a barber, you can't get nobody in a chair. You just suck. It's you.
yeah.
Because it's really what it is. Because you got people that need it. That's something that's consistent. Just like women need their nails goddamn week. You know how much that costs? That's why when the price go up, they don't give a damn. They can up their price. You're not getting it because you're gonna up your price. You're making bank over. You ain't suffering. I can understand the delivery dude because he getting a chunk of his change taken out of somebody, but you, no. like nail technicians and all them. Why do you think them Asians own so many goddamn nail salons? You think that's a coincidence?
Ain't no
I
coincidence.
pay attention to every other demographic, and it's not even to take like to talk about them like messed up. No, they move very. I've never seen a homeless Asian person. I've never
I can
seen
argue
one.
that. I have.
I was just about to say, like,
I have.
I seen some
Where?
shit yet.
Homeless
You-
This is
Asian?
Nah,
down here.
What you won't see is a homeless Jewish person. Like you
No,
won't see
never-
no
never-
homeless Jews.
Never in the man of history. Well, never in the history
You
of
won't
man.
see a homeless
will you see
Jew.
a homeless Jew. What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
you will not, I've never seen Asian. I've never seen a homeless Jew. I've never seen a homeless Indian or Native American rather. I've never seen it.
Put a TV.
You're gonna see the
This nigga
Caucasians.
controller purring. What the fuck?
And you know what's so crazy that because I work in a shelter, bro. People that are homeless are choosing that.
Yeah, some of them
That's-
legit choose
no,
to
it
be
ain't,
there.
it ain't something. It ain't something. It ain't. They're choosing. It's a choice because you have programs. All you gotta do is go in there and say, "Hey, I don't have a place to stay in the San Third." You give them the information, and they got you. Some of them are using that system, bro, to not pay for anything. They want everything for free.
Yeah,
These are the laziest forms of our people. So when you feel bad, you like, oh no, they want to spend your money. Don't get twisted. They can have somewhere to sleep. They're choosing. The reason why they don't want to go into a shelter is because they don't want to have to be somewhere by a certain time to check in. They don't want to have to be told you got to stop smoking that stuff. They don't want to. No, what they want to do is keep chasing their high and do what they want to do. It has nothing to do with
I can
when
say
I hear
something.
the- Bro, when I hear the story, I lost this. No, you could have seeked help. You could have. You could have. You just chose not to. Oh, but I can't do this. Yes, you can. It's for everybody, bro. I work for one of these places. I literally work for one of these places. I see how many applicants come in and out. You're choosing to sleep on the train. That wasn't a mistake. Like you didn't like.
Nah,
oh,
yeah, I've definitely seen that. Definitely
I
seen
lost
that.
everything. Yeah, so did the homie down. I just helped him get his paperwork to come in. He lost everything too. What are you talking about? I don't understand. So, trust me, this whole setup of what's certain things are illusion. You know, certain things are made to look a certain way, and that's why we look at other countries. They say
You
Japanese.
went out again.
Or man, start
I
spitting
did-
and just
I
they just start
posted
getting it out.
on Instagram, and I was like, they hold on one second. Maybe this will fix it. The biggest thing they said is the Japanese are in the future. No, nigga, you live in America. That's the problem. Well, no, we're told. No, we're told. No, we're honestly told like America's the top. No, we are not.
Nah.
America uses its most resources. Dumb, selfish bullshit. Like they do nothing for their own country. When you go to Japan, everything, all of their taxes go into their transportation. That's why their transportation looks futuristic. That's why everything looks the way it's up. It's upkept a certain way. Things are clean.
Nigga, majority of the world is futuristic. It's just America that's ghetto as shit.
No,
Like,
it's
if
not.
you-
We're not
if you-
ghetto. It's just that we have
Nah, America's
politicians
ghetto, bro.
that take the money instead of using it for what they should be using it
Let's-
for.
Let's put it like this, all right? I'm a treat. You can literally equate America to the hood. Like the only niggas that's up are the drug dealers and the pimps. They the ones that's up. Everybody else getting fucked over right now.
The concept is universal. That's all I'm like.
But
It's
that's-
always been like that.
But that's what America is, though. America truly is nothing but pimps and drug dealers
Like
in charge.
for example,
like-
all those weed shops just got raided not too long ago. Why do you think they got raided?
Yeah, nigga, across
What-
the street from
what?
my job, nigga, I'm sitting outside with a blunt in my hand watching these niggas get raided. Like they got
Why-
a
why do you
$25,000 fine.
Why do you think they're raided though?
It
It's
was
simply
all
because
employed.
it's because we can't tax you and put our hands in your pocket. So now we mad at you. You can't sell it here. Why do
Because
we
they want
get
to? They want to charge you for the license. They want to be able to charge you
yes,
for that
because
license.
they want to be able to. You have to pay them. That's what they
Yeah.
want. I want your money. So the thing is, don't let an American be able to make money without to give nothing to us, to them. And the funny thing is, we make up their economy.
Mhm.
It's pimping. You ain't getting no money without me, but you make me think I ain't getting no money without you. I literally build your society.
Pimping at its
I'm the only
finest.
reason you're even able to be in a position you're in.
Shit.
But what is the biggest trick? The best trick I can give you is making you think it's the other. Break your mental. I'm gonna do nothing else.
I add
So-
something to this. Oh yeah.
If that's what I'm saying, like they ain't doing that because it's illegal. Nah, nigga, you ain't. So I'm gonna fine you until you let me do it. I'm gonna fine you until you let me do it. Cause why would I like imagine being able to sell something? Like why we tax twice on our? If you look on your taxes and look at you can't that because you under the table, right? But
Hey, nigga, what the fuck, bro?
look, ain't nobody worrying about that nigga.
Yo,
Trust
this
me.
nigga talks. This nigga talking me and shit. This nigga, yo, what the fuck,
Cause
bro?
I was about to say something and you wouldn't even be able to know what I'm talking about right now.
Yo, this nigga just doxed the shit out of me, though. That was crazy.
My fault. I'm not gonna make it hot. Look,
I'm not gonna make it hot.
You
Oh,
already
God.
made it hot. This is a
No,
podcast.
don't cut that shit out.
bro,
Don't cut that shit out of them.
more power to you because you're making it. The point is,
Shit.
and I agree with it. What I'm saying is, if I look on my, I'm
He
getting
is
taxed
not
twice.
making money on the table, viewers. Mr. Wilson's playing with y'all.
My
It's
father
funny,
is
it's funny to
stripping for
make
money.
jokes though.
This nigga doxed the shit. He hit me with the crazy just now. That
But
was
listen.
wild, son.
But listen. Why do I get taxed twice on my taxes? How
You talking about
dare
the
you
state
tell
and
me?
federal?
Yeah, state and city.
Oh, you get city too? Oh shit.
That don't make no sense.
So wait, no, you get
Look,
taxed
this-
3 times then. You're getting city, state, and then
And federal.
federal. That's
That's
3
why
times.
New York has
That,
the highest social
ooh,
rate,
I'll never move to
17%.
New York.
Plus, whenever you make a purchase, nigga, whenever you purchase something, on top of that, it's extra tax. Nigga, this shit is wild.
So talk about making sure you get no way out of here until you move out of here. That's the thing. This is why I say I
Niggas
don't care
legit
if
gotta
you
move out of America in general, type shit, just so
to
that
have
way
some type
shit.
of peace.
Yo, and you know it's mad countries in the world that's legitimately paying young people to move there. Like they'll buy you land for you to
Alaska
stay on
does it.
because it's a bunch of fucking I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about like in Europe, nigga. There's countries that'll pay you because they have a elderly population
Yeah.
that's far exceeding the youth, and they
Mhm.
like, yo, ain't nobody here. especially
you
with more
want to keep
people
the
dying.
economy going.
Yeah, we need
But
we need some
I wouldn't
people.
say the trick. I would say it's a reason to continue the population of brings in the equity, the market. I understand all of it, and marketing and knowing your environment and knowing how that we were talking about this real estate. First of all, 90% of millionaires are rich or wealthy of real estate. There's a reason for that. So yes, bringing younger people around will continue that. Well, at some point, these first of all they're gonna be grandfathered and people gonna be not financially beneficial for them. Do that. I'd rather just bring some new young people that are paying attention. I can up the price and y'all gonna have to pay for it anyway. If you get somebody old and their grandfather in, like the house we in right now is grandfather. It's unheard of to have a place that your rent is only $1,100 and you got 3 bedrooms, bath. It's not heard of in Manhattan. Tell me if I'm lying.
You got a fucking point. Great fucking point.
A co-op at that you own. You own.
Yeah, I ain't going for it. Niggas,
the co-op is worth $1.2 million.
Yeah, niggas would be living to here. Listen, I'm charging.
No, they be at your door knocking every day. Yo, okay,
charging 15 for a kitchen.
I'll pay you this for that because you could flip.
You heard me? Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
$1,500 for a kitchenette. You paid $1,100 for a 3-bedroom. My boy.
Yeah,
I'm charging.
Nigga, a studio is $2,200. Which is
nigga, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
But then they, y'all don't know. Do you understand how much the cost of living is wild out here? It is expensive beyond belief. $2,200 for a studio is crazy work.
Dad, and as much as you've been here, because we gonna keep it a buck. What are your memories really over here like that? What do you like, nigga? I'm ready to get
I ain't gonna front. Yeah, I got nothing but memories of niggas shooting shit up, crack vials on the street until it became one night. I remember just one night, everything was that I knew everything changed for real. Cause white person. Oh wait, there was a white person jogging through Bed-Stuy with their iPad, nigga. That's when I knew the hood was going. It was over.
Y'all about to
was changing. So I seen that shit. I said, "Oh, it's over."
That was a warning flare. They said that was right through there.
That was years ago. That was like 10 years ago.
Bed-Stuy used to be.
Nigga, they trying to name it Stuyvesant Heights now.
Yo.
They already started calling it Stuyvesant Heights. Like, nigga, first off, the NYCB is now Flagstar, and Flagstar has their legitimate, like, inside of the bank. It says this particular location, Stuyvesant Heights.
So let's talk about
these
this.
Sons of bitches.
Now let's talk about the upside in zone. I know you're gonna be interested. You know, in Baltimore, selling homes for $1.
I believe it.
Now this is where the wealthier people come in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, give me that. Give me that, because most of your cost and most of your problem is buying it up front.
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, you're gonna have to renovate it, but now you could choose. You could buy it up and say, "F it, I'm gonna destroy these houses and I'm gonna build something else here." It's not your
property. The whole fucking neighborhood. I ain't even gonna
capital. However you want to do it.
Gated community.
But it's an opportunity. The problem is how this is where when you buy into some problem. Cool. It ain't just the community. It ain't just you putting. Hey, we're gonna come. What are you gonna do for this environment? Change equity into your place if it don't even fight back against you. Because let's say, depending on where you buy it, it's just a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot of what?
That's a pest problem. That's what we call exterminators for.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, let's say you get these homes. Mm-hmm. So let's say for $1 you buy 80 homes. Okay. Just boom. I just bought 80 homes, $1 house. Boom. Now you're gonna do this over years. Obviously, you ain't.
I hate this nigga mic right now. So I hate your microphone right now. I just want you to that shit keep going in and out. As soon as you get to a point, that shit go silence.
And I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Probably your sensitivity of echoing, how you have it set up. Something
deafen shit. This is not on.
What about now?
Noise suppression.
What about now? Because I turned the noise suppression off.
Yeah,
you sound clear. I can actually hear you now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That definitely did it.
I was suppressing your voice.
No, because I had noise suppression because the background, stuff is going on in the background, you can hear. But So let's say now you buy all these homes now, whatever. You buy 80 homes, $1. I spent $8. This is something pop up a bunch of houses that's renovated. So not only do you have to worry about that, you have to worry about the plumbing. The what's the usual weather, materials that you're using. What's the layout schematics? Same or certain places look. How much square footage are you planning to give these homes? How much these things come into play? And how much you rent to actually back pay? All these things go into the real estate aspect. Now your environment. What type of people live here for you to even be charging what you're charging? This is why I say yes, the demographic background when it comes to real estate does make a difference. The worth does go down depending on what type of please are happy to live here. Like, yeah, I'll pay this for that. Why? Because I got peace. Is there peace over there? How are you gonna change that environment?
I ain't even go front. So, like, if I did, like, say something like that, right? Niggas decided to go grab some land and whatnot, create a community. I legitimately, like a neighborhood, I legitimately would have, like, I say we got 10 houses. 10 houses, right? With those 10 houses, I would probably make three of them what's that? Low income houses. Low income housing for like a family each. It's not gonna be the reason why I would do it specifically like that. First off, I'm trying to get government subsidies and whatnot when it comes down to that. But at the same time, with that, I'm not trying to have a situation where it's like I don't want it to be only black people or only white people or only Asians or only Mexicans. I don't want it to be only one particular kind. I want it to legitimately be a mix, whereas people who have some wealth, some people who are middle class, some people who may be on the lower, but at the same time removing those people that's in the lower spectrum from being in a poverty-stricken environment and bringing them to a more enriched environment where they have more of a chance to thrive versus and having more of a mixed group of people together so that way everybody can have an opportunity to live amongst other people and legitimately do some shit. Like it can we all grow just off that. Not to mention everybody, because I've had a few people in my neighborhood who were financial literate, who were legitimately on a aspect of wanting to own their own and not really wanting to work for themselves, and did that. I got people in my neighborhood who decided to go into the security field and be high level security, as in like whenever presidents came in town, they was on camera, like on TV, guarding them, standing right behind them. Things of that nature. Like people who were working for people who work for science labs and shit like that, and people who work for game companies in my neighborhood currently right now. So that's what I'm saying, like having that mix and people being able to, okay, well, I see who you are. I see what kind of person you can be. Maybe I could get you into this and that could change something for you. Like being able to do something that can also trickle down to other people. And so like it's more about just having a community that's able to be like-minded and see each other as a like-minded, like, yo, we're all human. We're all experiencing this shit. I'm not gonna look at your skin.
Even though you're saying on this,
you went out.
I'm still going out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is going on? I was saying, even though I agree with you, and I get what you're saying, things pretty much, I would say, usually like years of planning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like not just years of planning, but your execution has. You could tell me if I'm.
You go in and out.
Yeah, see, because I'm looking at my mic monitoring. Hold on, and it's not. Sometimes it pops up. Sometimes it's controlling this. Hold on.
That's a C.
You have a wireless headset too? Is that what you're using?
He might be on his phone.
Nah, he's not on his phone.
Bumble clock.
Harry got the vibration on his controller up to 1,000.
Yo.
Yeah, that shit vibrate through the fucking microphone.
Yeah, I
Dang, I can turn this down.
that makes a difference, but no, I was gonna say zone. You can tell me I'm wrong. It's the execute to even look into anything that has to do with like owning any type of real estate. You already gotta have some type of income facilitates it. So you can't just look at it in the sense of all right, now what? You already gotta have something on the side that's facilitating you even bigger. And usually a job ain't always. If you have a job and you own property, you're starting with one piece of property like at a time because you can only do but so much. But if you have boom, I'm building this and I'm building this, like this is why. And I said if families came together and actually did what Asians do, Jewish people do, get like places far 10 times quicker, you would have to put your own ego aside. Your own ego, your own personal driven to get to one goal, financially be able to support your own.
See, but that's okay. I agree with you, but the misconception of that being that it has to, that family is that's the thing I'm looking at. I mean, the reason why I say that is specific. Like I say, I don't mean like when I hear family, I can't look at it in a literal term. I look at it more of a who you've chosen. Like who you've chosen to be your family kind of thing, and from that, like your close knit group, and from that, y'all can make some other shit go. Because sometimes blood relatives are not really family. They motherfuckers are just looking for a come up. Whereas you have people that you've come across, random walks of life that'll have your back far beyond the point of your blood brother. So there's Ty, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm fucking with you. I know.
You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So, but when it comes down to it, it's like, you know, niggas, it's that family aspect can be like, all right. For instance, right? Say family. For me, I would say family would be more like besides my parents, Tyree, even my older brother with his fuck shit. I would say y'all niggas are included in it. Like if I have kids, or when I have kids, I would want my kids to be like around y'all niggas' kids to be like, and I would want our kids to be close to the point where they grow up and do shit like together, type shit.
I
Like
definitely get that.
I would want that to be like and a niggas like how we doing the pod type shit, like shit like that. I would like niggas growing to create something and doing something that also can benefit others in the like longer aspect or in the far end of it. After niggas take care of whatever needed to be taken care of, this other shit that we can do. But what I'm like when I say family, that's what I mean. Like nigga, the Dom Toretto family. It ain't gotta be blood, nigga. It's the community that y'all chose to be around, nigga. The people that you choose that you would die on your sword for. Type
Well,
shit.
I know you don't mean literal.
I think that's one thing that always got me.
I know he was probably saying something.
Yeah, he cut out though.
No, I stopped talking.
Oh, okay, all right.
Go ahead, Todd.
No, I said I didn't mean literal family, but I get what you're saying. That's all I was saying. So, you know, people that have just the same common goal type of.
I was about to take this conversation to a whole nother tangent, nigga, because I was about to say.
No, I definitely get that sentiment though. Because growing up, I always heard that saying, "Oh, blood's always thicker than water." But in my family, they always said blood might always be thicker than water, but that's not always the case because you may be born into a family, but that's typically probably not going to be the family that you're going to resonate with. I mean, a lot of people get born and they have we have a group of friends, whatnot, consider each other family to an extent. Like what was it, like JP, my little one, Jaden. JP's like, oh, Uncle JP, JP 2.0, just shit like that. It's like it's a sense like, oh, we're not real family by blood, but we're still like fucking family. Like
family, nigga.
We're
you
here
talking
for
about?
each other,
Yeah, nigga.
You come through. Like if your family not gonna come through, it's okay because you have those people that you can turn to and talk to, or are gonna show up and be there for you, regardless of what happens, and sometimes that they show up even better than your family does, that you grow up with, that you bled with, you had your spankings with, punishments with, the people that you meet during that course of life. Sometimes it can be your family. It's a home is where you make it. Family is where wherever you put them at, wherever you put them at. So knowing that, you just gotta know that we may be blood, but this motherfucker down the street is more family to me than you are. And yeah, at the end of the day, we're still family, but I don't like your ass. I'll love you or whatnot, but I don't like your ass. Yeah, I have more respect for this motherfucker than I do you because they've been here with me through the fucking struggle. When I was struggling,
Niggas been there through the fire, nigga.
You turned around, you turned your back on me, and they always said blood thicker than water. But when I was struggling, did you pull up? Nah, they did. They pulled up. They stuck
for
through
convenience
me.
sake. You know that, right? You know that shit is shortened for convenience sake, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of, I believe it's like relativity or some shit or something like that. Like basically, nigga, your group, your circle's bond can be stronger than the blood that runs through you and your cousin's vein, you and your brother's vein. Like it can, like that's how real that shit, and they purposely shorten that shit just for it to make sense for more of a family sense. Nah, bitch. When it come down to a for a relative sense, excuse me. When it come down to it, nah, that's not the case. Because if you have, put it like this, right? If we decided that we wanted to be on, we say Elon Musk and motherfucking Walmart nigga, Jeff Bezos.
Walmart nigga is crazy.
The Walmart nigga is crazy. Jeff Bezos. Right? Imagine, imagine the two of them niggas. I said Walmart. I'm mad. Yeah, imagine the two of these niggas, Bezos, fucking Elon Musk decided to say, you know what? I want to be Lex Luthor today and motherfucking whatever, insert supervillain name here for Elon. Brainiac, nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck? What would we be able to do? Really, type shit. Motherfuckers could turn on a supervillain arc if they felt like it. And we really couldn't do shit just off of the strength of them being like-minded. Wanted to be able to have the resources to take over shit. If black people, going back to our previous conversation, if black people decided to bond together, just black people, not even including other minorities, we are a fucking problem. They are terrified. There's a reason why a group of us puts fear in motherfuckers, and we don't even have to look like a hood kind of individual. We can be all in suits, and they'll still be cowering in fear. We could all be in fucking in lab coats. Same thing.
Way of life is going to be like, what's the name? Turn on its head.
Yo, it don't matter. Once you see a group of black people who are like-minded, you feel some kind of way. It sends fear down motherfuckers' backs. No matter what the fuck agenda they might have, you might look at it like, oh shit, they gonna change some shit.
Oh no, because you have the power to change the...
Change what?
The demographic of an entire...
It goes far deeper than that. It goes far deeper than that.
It do, but that's the scariest thing for them.
Yeah,
thing for them, because it's like,
nigga, we could change reality. They don't like that.
You could change a lot. It's the strength in numbers is a real thing. So it's like, if I can get y'all all of, if you can break that code.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much taking the foot off the tiger's neck. Once you do that, it's pretty. So just imagine. That's why I was like that. That's. Black Lives.
I hate that his shit keep going out when he started talking some real shit, son. I'm so angry. Why your mic not working with you today?
I don't know.
It work with you in Call of Duty, but it don't work with you in fucking Discord. What the fuck is happening?
Good question. I've done everything I can on this.
Shit. Actually, you know what I did when my shit was cutting in and out? I just unplugged my controller because I had my shit wired in charger. That's the only difference. I had mine just I got the Elite series shit, so I just charged it. Like I just popped the cord out and it just started working fine. I mean, it might be holy shit. It might be a thing of you having to just change that out. To be honest, like just turn it off, turn it back on, type shit.
I did that already 3 times.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's different.
Bumper clot.
But yeah,
But you
man,
get the point.
Yeah. No.
Oh damn! Sitting here unlocking his weapon.
Are you playing Call of Duty?
Yeah, TDM. Not unlocking a weapon, but I'm getting everything.
I'm
Kind of
like
like
an attachment for the weapon.
Oh, the LS, the
LSW?
yeah.
It's a good weapon right there. The TAC Evolve, I'm about to go hit zombies just for the TAC Evolve to get upgraded. I only got like out of 19 for that.
What else is I think changing too in this world? To change the topic. It's the dating scene.
Oh God.
I definitely remember back in the day. I remember when we first met up when I was in the military, right? And there was like plenty of fish and whatnot. And I told you this story, but I definitely remember being on there and like looking at profiles and like trying to take online dating somewhat serious and whatnot, and then coming across profiles like ass out, tits out, the whole 9 yards. They'd be sitting there like showing off their ass, whatnot, and then you read their thing and you're like, I'm looking for someone to be a good man, take care of me, this and that. I'm independent. It's like already.
But how you independent?
Exactly. And then he's like, all right, you know what? Maybe they just put a profile together, calling it quick, and then you go to message them and it said pay to play. I'm like, wait, what? Pay to play? What are we talking about here? I'm just trying to get to know you. You got to pay me to play with me. I'm not trying to pay you to do anything. I'm just trying to actually see. And first of all,
want to know who you are.
Tell me that I pay to play, but then your profile says you're looking for an honest individual, hardworking, this and that. But then turn around and you're just showing all your shit out there, and then say pay to play. I'm not paying for no punani. What are we talking about here? I really think the funniest thing that I've heard was what Thad said the other day though, about what was it, Brooklyn Straight. That shit for some reason just keeps running into my fucking mind.
Nah, that shit is wild, son.
Brooklyn
that shit
Straight.
is wild. Yeah,
you
man.
ain't heard the story yet, Taj? Tell him.
Oh fuck! All right, so remember I told you remember that time I told you that there was a motherfucker who poked me on Facebook, and I was trying to figure out why the fuck this what's going on with this nigga?
He poke you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, nigga poked me at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like,
he wanted at 3 o'clock.
I'm like, nah, what the fuck you hitting me up for? Like,
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
Yeah, this nigga Taj is a dickhead. Yeah,
that booty boy, yeah.
Okay, looking so what?
I like niggas that look too skinny to fight back.
That's crazy.
Looking like a snap,
That's the thing.
he said.
That's the thing.
Come here,
So here's the shit that here's what's fucked up about this whole shit, right? Yeah, niggas think that this shit is funny. This nigga knows that I am a straight man, and how does he know this? Because we went to fucking high school together. So there was never a point in time where I was sitting over there like giving him any kind of thought. Like,
watching you.
Yo, I guess so. I fucking guess so. Like, I knew the nigga was gay in high school. I don't give a fuck about it, cause you not like nigga. You ain't got nothing I want, and don't hang out with no bitches that I want neither. So fuck it.
He's like, maybe
one of the bitches that the chick that I was dating at the time was Whitney. Like, this nigga was dating her best friend. This nigga, this gay nigga named Sammy. So when it came down to it, it was all right. You know what? I already know what kind of time y'all niggas on. I don't give a fuck. That's y'all. Do your thing. So I guess years later, this nigga decides that he wants to try to fucking shoot his shot or something. I guess I don't know.
You know.
This nigga sends the poke, and I'm like, yo, you know, I purposely didn't respond to the shit, but the next day I made a post. I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck who you are. You play, yo, don't poke me at no 3 o'clock. You a whole man, ain't no for another man to be poking me at this time. Period, nigga. Like in general, but definitely at this time. The fuck is wrong with you? Like I will come to your crib and lock
That's
all
what he
doors,
wants.
block off all exits, and burn that bitch down. So this motherfucker sat over there. Oh wow. Fucked up. Anyway, nah, this nigga decides that he's going to comment on my status like, oh, that is not that serious. Just poke me back. Bitch.
What?
No. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga said, "Ooh, I like it when you get mad, daddy."
Yo.
Poke him.
I'm like, yo,
He's
He hit you with the
bad.
titty.
He just wants a little
yo.
poke. He just wants a little
Yo.
poke.
Exactly.
listen.
I ain't here for.
Nah, so I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, bro, you wilding the fuck out. He's like, oh, it's not
Don't
even
take
that
you shopping.
serious. I'm like, this nigga's an asshole. I'm like, yo, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh, I'd be careful about who you threaten. About first off, bitch, nobody knew I was talking about your punk ass. I purposely kept your name out of it because I was gonna talk my shit. I don't give a fuck who he a part of. Guess what? Niggas said, oh yeah, you know, I'd be careful about who you throw threats to. That bitch, you can't do shit to me. First and foremost. Secondly, I don't really give a fuck about none of your down low boyfriends that you talk to and none of that other shit. I keep all of that shit.
I got a question, that. So
I
if
don't
you
give
was
a
to
fuck
get
about
boxed
none of
up,
that shit.
if you was to get boxed up by somebody like him, would you be like,
Then he won the fight, nigga. My
so if he
uncle,
just beat you
my
up,
That's not
uncle
all
could
he
fight,
won.
nigga. What
That's not all
my
he's gonna be
uncle could
winning.
fight, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
That's
My
not all
uncle was the gay of gays, nigga, and he still
That
threw
nigga-
hands. Fuck you
What the
talking
According to my
about?
pops, he like
That don't
he was
mean
the first
shit.
Over.
Just because a nigga gay don't mean he don't have hands.
How you say
I
he didn't?
never equated a nigga being gay to being a sissy. Period.
I'm just
Whoa.
asking.
On my uncle's
Like,
Then
what's your
he won
viewpoint
the
on it?
fight. He won the fight, but that's it. If we threw hands and he won, then he won the fight. That's it.
Okay, I'm just saying, you know.
Nah, that's all that happened. But hands down, like it's a
Some
man
people-
versus
some
a
people feel-
man. It's
Some
not.
people feel
it's-
differently. Bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like what if he fought you for something? No,
Oh,
like,
wow.
Taj is trying to put stipulations
Niggas
in
are
it. He wants to be. Taj wants jail.
Taj
jail-
trying to go ahead and
Look, he about
and jail
to get
tax
triggered.
and
He about to get triggered.
involved. Taj just absolutely wants to have booty on the line as part of the fight. Like the reward for winning the fight being booty.
Gotcha, I see ya.
I don't know why Taj is on this booty warrior mindset, but it's scaring the fuck out of me. All right, I'm gonna say that now.
I ask these questions because they don't get asked, and things we. Where it's like they say one thing and then
But if that was the case, then
Yeah.
he's gonna die. It's not gonna be a fair fist fight. I'm putting a knife in my hand. Fuck you talking about? He dying.
Yes, man,
on the
here.
spot. Then that's what it is. All right. If that's going to be the case, he gonna just die. He's got to go.
I like
He
the
got
way
to go.
my
He got to go. All right. I'm taking this nigga's intestines out with stick and twist. All right.
Aggressive there.
Stick the knife
he
in
won
and
the
twist.
party. You gotta tell him no.
No, please,
Yep.
no. Like Friday. I'm a boy, Damien.
Well, listen,
Oh shit.
and it's free. It's free. Well, the reason. Oh, like a thing. I'm starting to realize, like, one.
You going in and out is what I'm realizing.
Yeah.
I'm about to quit. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to change this to wired headset.
Yeah,
Probably-
you probably
you know-
should.
That's what I had to do because remember when we were gaming and I moved up my stuff into the office. I was cutting it out. I had that wireless headset. So then I switched to the cord and it went better. And you probably have too many things wireless around you, Bluetooth around you, that's making you cut in and out. You need to switch back to wired. Just
Even with that 5.1 shit from is it 5.1? It might be 5. From
Like,
with Xbox. Yeah, with Xbox, it's still there's other shit that blocks it and interrupts, especially if you have a wireless controller as well. That's just interrupting connection on top of that.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna change it.
So you're saying because I have a wired controller, is why my connection is better?
Probably.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
could be.
Well,
Not
saying
gonna-
that.
Plus one.
I will neither deny nor
maybe.
confirm these allegations.
I'm just
about the
saying it's a
wired
possibility.
Court.
I'm just saying it's a possibility.
On a
now,
plus
I
side,
know.
though, all jokes aside, we've had a really good episode this time, and we're really cutting it like 2 hours in, almost like just
shit.
being us.
Everything's possible.
You just
Take it
got a
dope.
dream. And for
Take it
those who are
dope.
wondering, while we've been here on the podcast, I've been doing my due diligently, looking up shit and adding us to other platforms. We are now on Amazon Music, Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Castbox. You name it, I pretty much put us on those platforms. So you can find us on multiple platforms, not just one, not just Spotify. You can find us almost everywhere. So make sure you guys tune in and you like us, follow us, stay tuned to our episodes. We're gonna try to keep shit fresh as much as possible. And just keep things entertaining. We normally have this type of banter anyway. We just figured let's give everybody a little piece of our little heaven that we have going on over here. Mind you, our humor will be dark sometimes, dry, mainly for me, but it's all good spirits, all right? And we will be dropping some knowledgeable shit from time to time. Everybody has their own field of expertise, of what they're really knowledgeable in. So definitely we'll be dropping stuff. Mind you, we're not experts. And although I am qualified to be a financial advisor and I am an accountant, I am not yours. So keep that in mind. I will drop knowledge of stuff, how I invest and do things, but I am not your personal person unless you're paying me to be your personal person. So you can take the advice that I'm spitting out from how I'm doing shit or not. But it's all here knowledge and we're having a good time.
Okay. Ooh.
You already put a chord one in that quickly?
My bad. I was taking a leak.
No.
I was like, damn, you got one on fucking right there. Damn.
Right
I
on.
do. Actually, I do.
That's okay.
Yo, they changed up My Hero.
Oh yeah? I'm gonna be pulling.
Yeah,
up
like
that bitch.
the way this shit look is entirely different.
All right, you guys want to call it a wrap for today for this episode?
Sure.
Maybe
All
can-
right. Thanks for tuning in to Chillin' with Zone and Company. Make sure you guys follow Slim and Taj and Ty. They're gonna leave their information, but make sure you guys really follow them. I mean, they stream too, and it should be funny. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, we've been streaming this new game, the Outlast Trials.
Last trials. Yeah, this nigga.
That shit's fun.
Wow,
Definitely
that
fun. That you ain't played us with this yet. That you said you was gonna pull up, but you didn't pull up. Now think about it.
I definitely did say I was gonna pull up. I definitely did.
We
I knew
definitely
I
gotta hit it
did.
at some point today, I think. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to give out your details again for them before we cut out.
Slimmest1 Gaming on Twitch. Yeah, SLIMMEST, the number 1 GAMING.
And for both platforms, YouTube. Kyrie _.
Damn, bro, you gotta do it again.
Damn,
Yeah, you gotta do that again because this shit tweaking. Jeez,
As soon as you get the important shit, it cut out.
that
AHYRE_ is mine's.
yeah,
Underscore
the last
what?
part.
Underscore what?
Underscore.
Gaming.
Underscore gaming.
No,
So
no.
Kyrie _ gaming. What's the next one?
Yeah. That's just for both platforms. Is what it is.
Oh yeah, you can. He kept it simple. I tried to do the same thing. Tried to keep it
Yeah.
simple. What about you, Ty? You any platforms you want them to follow you on, bro?
And if y'all would like to, please follow me on Instagram at Ozymandias for all. I'm not going to spell it because I can't spell it. Let's see. And if you want to see me on Twitch, you can catch me at Doc Henry 302. That is capital DOC, capital HENRY 302.
There we go. Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Chillin' with Tony and Company. You guys stay tuned to next week and enjoy your rest of your weekend. And happy Memorial Day for those that are celebrating it. Yeah. Later.
Ow, pow.